Magical sacramentalism is not the only means for transforming pious Catholics into slavish occultists. If we study the juncture at which royalism and monarchism intersect with the once secret heresy which teaches that certain of the crowned heads of Europe were literal genetic descendants of Jesus Christ, we begin to discern the emergence of an organization that would have an authority so divine it could not be resisted by any believing Christian. The lure of this hallucination to occultists seeking to impose totalitarian rule is nearly irresistible. Their modern agent in this regard was Pierre Plantard, the supposed scion of the ancient Merovingian king Dagobert II. That's from Blood on the Altar, The Secret History of the World's Most Dangerous Secret Society by Craig Heimbichner, that is an independent history and research book. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. It needs to happen from time to time, unfortunately. Wikileaks has posted a video showing a firefight between U.S. forces and Iraqis. The vast majority of which I'm led to believe were non-combatants, and a couple of reporters were killed, and a lot of innocent people were killed in the firefight. As shameful and deplorable as this particular action is, it should illustrate to people once and for all, because we've been removed from this. We've been removed from the conflict. And it doesn't really hit home. Especially not the way Vietnam did, with news coverage all the time showing, people shooting and shit blowing up. This should serve as a reminder for people that we're actually engaged in activities, well, let's put that a different way, that our fucking government is engaged in activities where people actually fucking get killed and die and get blown up and lose their fucking arms and legs. And apparently we're not too discriminating. If it's a group of people huddled around somewhere, well, let's just open up with our motherfucking cannon on them. There's a problem when you have war conducted ever. But when you have a war conducted in such a manner that the supposed good guys are the ones committing these kinds of heinous fucking crimes, then it's 3 or 4 times worse. You have no clear path. You have no clear idea. And everybody in this country has been removed from the bloodshed and the fucking horror that war is. So, once and for all, can we end the fucking wars already? And make no mistake about it, this video is not an anomaly of activities that occur. Let us not forget friendly fire. Well, it even sounds nice and fucking cozy, doesn't it? Friendly fire. Yes, let's go have some friendly fire. How many of our own troops are killed by others of their fellows? This is war. It is death. It is destruction. It is murder. It is atrocities. People need, unfortunately, they need to see this kind of thing in order for it to sink home in their fucking thick skulls. and realize how many things can be better in this entire fucking world if we weren't out gallivanting around the fucking globe engaged in wars that we have no business being involved with. Losing friends and family, not only to an enemy that's been handed to us, that we've been told to hate and be opposed to, but also by their fellows in nice, cuddly, friendly fire. Have a look at this video and be outraged by it. But don't be outraged just because this is something that shouldn't have happened, even in a wartime scenario. Be outraged that this kind of activity is going on every fucking day by our military in the name of this administration and the one that came before. The wars are the cornerstone of revealing the fact that Obama is a complete continuation of everything that Bush did. And I don't want to hear any fucking apologists trying to tell me any different. Because it's just a straight out fact. So watch the video from Wikileaks and realize that this is what this country is doing. This is just one example. And realize the horror, mayhem, death, and destruction that is war. Not just a three-letter word printed in your local newspaper. And finally, come together and call for the end to these fucking wars. And solve about 50 other problems at the same fucking time once you do that. Thank you.